All right, we are live. Good morning, Facebook.
Good morning.
World.
Good morning.
Guys, it's 8:30. It's Tuesday. Where are our stay-at-home parents at? I know you all are on here. You're on your phones, like driving you
Well, you're
nuts.
chasing around your little ones.
Right.
You guys, good morning. We are getting on here. I have Irene and Liz with me. We are just going to hopefully not take up too much of your time, but we are just gonna hop it on here to well, first and foremost, if you are a stay-at-home parent, I commend you. It is the hardest freaking job and the hardest thing I have ever done, to be honest with you. It's the most taxing, like mentally thing I've ever done. So I just want to commend all stay-at-home parents. Just because I have a whirlwind of like love for you people. It's like you're my new people now because you understand I was trying to look up like a graphic to put on here as like the background picture. And then I was like, I mean, a lot of them were hilarious, but there was like a meme, and I'm going to have to post the meme after this. It was freaking hilarious. I was like, oh my God. It was, what is it? Tom Hanks when he's like out at sea and is like, he's all over the place. You know, it's like he's got Wilson and he's like, where am I? Like, this is mom life. You know what I mean? Like stay-at-home parent life. Like, he's like, where am I? How long have I been here? Like, and he just looks distraught. I'm like, that is me. So anyways, we just want to hop on here. You guys, all three of us are just wanting to get on here and share how being a stay-at-home mom, kind of how we became a stay-at-home parent, and then as well as kind of how we're working this business into our life and how it's been amazing for us. We just want to share the goodness of it all. So I can go first here. I think a lot of people on my page probably know my story, and I didn't get a chance to tag anybody in this. Liz, I don't know if you.
I can't tag it from yours. I went ahead and shared it. So I
shared. Okay, perfect. Only because, well, I guess I could quick because I'm on my phone. So I guess I could swipe up, go back on Facebook, tag, and then come back.
Yeah.
So if one of you guys want to start, and while you guys are talking, I can go in and tag.
Sure.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
Let's do that. Whoever wants to go first, go first. I'm gonna do some.
You want to go, Liz?
Sure. Irene, why don't you go?
Okay. So I've been a stay-at-home mom for just over 7 years. My oldest son is 7. So I was a teacher for many years before that, 20 years. I taught kindergarten, first grade. So I was in the workforce. I love kids, and I love little ones. So when we got married, we just, we decided that, I decided, and my husband, we kind of both decided that, me being home was going to be the best choice for our family. I grew up in the first generation Greek American home, and my mom was always home with us. And so I loved coming home from school and having my mom there. So I knew that I wanted to be a very hands-on stay-at-home mom, and I was blessed that we had the opportunity for me to be able to stay home and be with the kids. So I was very thankful for that, and I'm very thankful for that. And it's interesting because now COVID and life in general, with everything going on, has thrown curveballs. So in addition to me being a stay-at-home mom, I am now a stay-at-home homeschooling mom.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I started homeschooling last school year. My oldest was a first grader, and we made the choice for our own personal reasons that homeschooling was going to be the best option, and that we would reevaluate. And with everything going on, we reevaluated, and we're continuing to homeschool. It may be a permanent thing. So for me, yeah, I'm excited about it. I feel that God's very interested in how he works things out. And I never in a million bazillion years ever thought I would be a homeschooling mom, homeschooling parent, but here I am. I was like, when are they going to go to school? My husband, when they were in the age that your kids are, Brittany, they're around 3, 2, what the crazy
2 and 5. 2 and 5.
And so I was like a mad woman too. And, my husband used to say, a couple more years or next year and you'll be on parole. He used to tell me. So, because they'd be in school and I'd get that little break, and have some time for myself because my mom lives far, an hour away. She doesn't drive. So I don't have grandma to come and relieve me. So in any case, that's how I became, a stay-at-home mom and a homeschooling mom. And so that's my story.
All right. Go ahead, Liz.
I love it. Well, I'm so excited. So, well, I don't know if both of you know, but I know we're on each other's pages. So, I was a full-time working mom. I have a 8.5. My daughter will be 7 next month, and my son will be 4 in September. So we're getting very close to a couple birthdays. So, I was a full-time working mom. I'm a physical therapist by trade. I was managing clinics. I was running programs. I was program in like development. You name it. I did a lot. I did a lot more, and I didn't just work in the clinic. Like I brought work home a lot. And it was getting to a point where my husband and I were like, this is too much. Like, this is too stressful. Like, it's just too stressful on you. And so, I had a planned surgery in November of 2019. And we had talked at that point, like, what could we afford, after I was like going back from that surgery for me to start to transition to like a part-time. And then, and so I actually, I bought a fitness franchise in December of 2019 that was in-person fitness classes for moms because I loved motherhood. Like I loved everything about motherhood. Well, then COVID hit in March of 2020 and the entire business model went out the window, like the entire business model. And on top of that, I was supposed to be going back to work at that point. And I developed severe, constant, chronic nerve pain from my neck to my fingertips on the side that I had had surgery. And it took 13 specialists and a full year for me to get a diagnosis of what it was. And at that point, through COVID and through like just everything, I was actually let go at my year mark of my first surgery. So I was fired from the job I thought was planning I was going back to. And everything about like what life had ever been like from a mom standpoint changed. And we were just like, well, what does that mean? What do we do? What can we do? And honestly, it opened up doors that we never even, like we had thought about it. We had thought down the road years later, we'll figure this out. So my husband is never going to have to go back to the office. He's 100% remote now. And so we were really sticking around the area we were in because of my job. And we had family there too, but we really wanted a house with land. We really wanted to build bigger gardens and I had also been, by choice, we had chosen to homeschool last year in the midst of all of that. I'm a little nuts. But we loved it. We loved it so much. And so we made the decision pretty early on this year that we were going to continue homeschooling too. And so moving was now an option. And we stumbled. And when I say stumbled, we literally stumbled upon this property that we are now living in. And here I am. And I'm still recovering so I had another surgery in February of 2021 to correct the nerve pain from the neck to the fingertips. It has, but for anyone that knows anything about nerve damage, it doesn't recover quickly. It takes a really long time for recovery. So I still can't lift my son with 2 hands. I've got really good at a 1-arm scoop and getting him up under my hip. But I probably have at least another 6 months of recovery at minimum before I'll have, and I won't even, it's not guaranteed I'll have full function on my arm. So, but I would not trade being at home at this point for anything. But when I say my identity was my job and I poured everything into my job, and I love my kids. I love being a mom. That's why I bought a fitness franchise. Right. But gosh, so much changed. And I'll get a little, well, it's kind of my thing, but it really changed when I started to like listen to what God was telling me. When I really opened, like I went to prayer, I went to, and I just let him guide us. And I didn't question it anymore. I didn't fight it. I didn't resist it. It was just, maybe that I had chosen that path of identity, and he had a different plan all along. And it just took all that time and all this stuff of, I always say, I think he intentionally slowed me down, because I don't know if I would have slowed down on my own.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
He works that way. I will say
Yeah.
that. That's what we were just talking about, as Irene, we're like, we don't ever like, she was like, with me not, I fly by the seat of my pants the majority of the time. If you know me, you know that.
Yep.
Like, since I've had kids, that's the way it is. Like, I've just learned, I used to be a planner. I used to try and plan everything, and nothing would ever go as planned. So I think I finally, once I had kids, I was like, nah,
Whatever.
what it is, just keep bringing it at me. But I'll try to give my story really fast. So you guys, my name is Brittany. I became a stay-at-home parent, not by choice. I was working, and I wasn't very far along, and I actually had gotten let go from a job, and then I found another job within like a month and a half, and then that is where I was at. Actually moved locations where I was just like 15 minutes away from where we lived. I loved my job. I was working accounting in an oil company / grain. I was working at a grain elevator. I was the accountant. Doing the books and all that kind of stuff. And I loved it, because I got to wear it. You guys, if you know me, I have tons of cowboy boots. I love my cowboy boots. I was able to wear a hat every day, have hair up in a ponytail, a t-shirt, and my jeans and my cowboy boots. And I freaking loved it.
you got to bring your cowboy boots to Vegas.
I will. Don't worry. I have, oh my God, I have like nine or 10 pairs of cowboy boots. I have ones with sparkles on them. I got them all. But so, but I loved working there, and that was not even where I was working. I wasn't even doing what I went to school for. But at that point, I was happy in the sense of, I liked where I was at. I liked what I was doing. It was working for me, right? Like, it was a close drive. It wasn't like I used to have to drive over. Oh my God, it would be like a 3-hour drive sometimes to St. Louis. I was working with the same company, but in a different job. And I was in customer service, and I was at the home office. And I was like, I mean, seriously, the traffic was so bad. It would take me an hour and a half to work every day. So times that by 2 on your way home, and I get home till 6, 7 o'clock at night. It was stressful. So when I got that other job, it was like, finally, this is perfect. That's when I met my husband, and then everything started to like align, right? Well, then I literally had just gotten in that job. It was like literally that previous October. I had my daughter in August. So I didn't even work there. It wasn't even a full year, right? So I was loving the job, loving the people I was working with. And all of a sudden got pregnant, and not all of a sudden, but I had no idea that I would be having our daughter early. I had her at 30 weeks. She was 2 pounds, and she was in the NICU for about 2 months. So we had already planned on me staying at home for the full 12 weeks and doing all that, and that was fine. But then when she was in the NICU, there was no way, for one, that I could just go back to work and leave her there. There was no way. I had, I think that's why her and I want to go like this all the time. We spent so much time together in that NICU, but I was there literally, that was my job. I was there 8 to 9 hours a day in that NICU. And I was with her from mid-afternoon all the way until midnight. And then my husband would go when he could after he got off work and stuff. But that was what I did. And then I slept. I was recovering from having her and all the complications I had. So that's kind of how it was. And then we made the decision because they told us of how little she was. And when we brought her home, we wouldn't be able to put her in a daycare. I mean, they were very if you don't have to, please don't, because she's so susceptible. And by the grace of we didn't. We were very fortunate that I was able to stay at home. My husband has a good job, but it wasn't even the money for me. It was that identity, right? And it wasn't the identity because of I went to school and I had my dream job. It wasn't that, but it was the working part in me. It was that I've always been independent. I've always had my own money. I've always had my own things, and I've always been very proud of that. And when you get that stripped of you, it makes you lose a part of yourself. And I lost a big part of myself. I'm also a people person, right? Like I love being around humans during the day, not just dogs and kids. And that's been very taxing. Like, that's why I tell everybody, like, when I talk to you on the phone, look out, because I'll be on the phone with you for like an hour. Like, you're just gonna have to hang up on me. But that happens. It truly does. And it's so that's basically, and then we had our son. And then it was like, well, I got to spend that time with our daughter. I want to spend that time with our son too. Again, so fortunate enough to do that. But finding something like this has been amazing because yes, I go crazy. But on this path, you guys, I'm already making like part-time money. You know what I mean? If I were to go find a part-time job. So there's no point for me to get you know what I mean? No point for me to put him in daycare for part-time because my money, what I'm making would just be going towards that. So that's silly.
Yep.
And I'm here. I still get to be at home with them while making that. And then our plan is that I won't even have to worry about going back to work because I know that this business is just boom. So I'm not worried about going back to work at this point, but you lose a big part of, I lost a big part of myself. And I know there's tons of others out there that can relate to that. Because you do. And it's not a bad thing. It's not saying I don't love my kids. It's not saying and there's some people that are strictly built for being at home with their kids. And I commend you guys for that. I don't know if it's because my kids are just, I don't know. Maybe I screwed up my kids. I don't know. But like, I lose it. And I don't, I mean, I've got, we all do.
We all do.
But I don't feel it in my bones that I was meant to be a stay-at-home parent, but I'm here. I'm here with you. I'm still, my kids are alive every night. So
it's seasons of motherhood. Right? Like you're in a really, like, if I think back to DJ and Lily, so DJ and Lily are 18 months apart. And then I've got 4 years between Lily and Patrick. That season of DJ and Lily at like 4 and 3 years old was rough. Woof.
Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you're in that season. My sister who has older kids, you say, it gets easier. It gets easier. And it is getting a little easier. Mine are 5.5, almost 6 and 7. Yeah. It does get easier. But you still get kind of, when you're home all day, that feeling of being lost in yourself. I felt, even now it's not as bad that my boys are a little older, but when they were younger and babies and the stage that your kids are in at Brittany, I felt very isolated.
Yeah.
Because, you know, being a teacher too, I'm not only with kids all day, but I was interacting with other teachers and so I had people to talk to. Now it's easier because they do sports. So I've been able to make friendships with other moms, whether they're working moms or also stay-at-home moms. So that, has been a big help. But now adding the homeschool aspect and the stay-at-home mom, I still wanted something. I'm fulfilled being a stay-at-home mom, but I still felt like I wanted something for me, that missing part where I worked all my life. So I wanted to be able to help people and do something for me, like that I have something to, do you know what I mean? Like something that I can focus on other than the kids, that gives also something for my own self.
Well, and you're used to giving, right? As a teacher, you give to kids. You're investing in the kids all the time, right? Right. And and I say that because, like, as a physical therapist, my world was all about caring for patients. Like, and I specialize. I'm board certified in neurologic rehab. So the patients I had were some of the most significantly impacted by the smallest things that happened to them, right? So like teaching someone to roll over in bed again was a big deal. And, having that, being able to, going to work every day doing that, and then mentoring new therapists and giving to that and advancing a profession. And, like when I realized I was staying home, I was like, this is just different. And I actually did like a life coaching for like 4 months at the end of last year because I was really mentally struggling. And it all came down to, I actually wasn't comparing myself to anyone else. I was comparing who I was at that moment to who I had been my whole life. And it was a self-comparison thing. And I needed to just accept that I'm still worthy. I'm still a good person, like I don't have to have this attached to who I am to be who I am.
Right.
And really, truly accepting that, really, truly mentally getting there was also when I was then able to do something like this.
Right.
And this was able to give me that sense of I'm helping other people still. It's in a different way, but I'm helping other people. And that's ultimately what matters. It's just a matter of giving back. I needed to have a way to do that.
Yep.
And yes, there's a business side to it. And I am blown away by the business side of this business. But it's the messages from friends and family telling me that they, for the first time ever, are motivated to work out because they could finally feel the bloat go away from their gut. They hadn't, no matter what a doctor had given them in the last 6 years, they hadn't felt that. Or their migraines are finally manageable because, and they're not pulled up in a ball. Like each one of those messages of thank you for introducing me. I'm better because of that. I'm like, absolutely. And I'll keep doing it.
Yep. No, and I'm just gonna tag along that really fast because then we can all kind of, you're kind of based on it now, but how this business is like, helped with certain aspects. Mine, I would say it's then we got the dogs barking. Stop. So helping people has always been in my blood to want to do that. I went to school to be a social worker, obviously didn't, end up doing that. But like finding a company that truly hits home here to where I am helping people mentally with their mental health, physical health, and the mental health part, being able to help people with that side of it, because I understand that more now, being a stay-at-home mom is so I literally feel so blessed to be able to do that, to help one mom who has a severe stress or whatever, anxiety during the day with her kids, or even if she's coming home from work or whatever it may be, like that I was able to help that just one person is awesome to me. And then I've helped many more, but that's been a big game changer for me. And it's given me, like you said, not comparing myself to what I was in the past, but it's still a piece of me of helping people is what I want to do too. And so being able to feel that with this company, I'm able to do that. I'm still reaching people. I'm actually probably touching more lives than what I would have, you know what I mean? In different aspects. And then also, well, come here. And then also, I'm behind. And then also too of, that's why, to tag on that really fast. Okay, you gotta be quiet though. To tag on that really fast. That's why, I literally have felt, I've been searching, like what am I here for? Like what I feel I have felt so lost being a stay-at-home mom that I have just lately, I don't know what it's been. It's been really like hitting me, like this business. It's awesome. I love that I'm able to help people. I felt like there has to be something a little bit more for me, right? Like I just felt like I need to be doing more or something, because I like to talk and I like to, obviously, but I want to help people in more ways than one. Just
yeah.
So I've always wanted to do a podcast, guys. I've always wanted to be able to do something to talk to people, to help people in that way too. And that's not just with this business. That's just in general, right? Because there's so many things that go on throughout my day. I really wanted to do just for stay-at-home moms, because if you're not a stay-at-home mom, you do not focus. And I don't care. This isn't to offend anybody, but if you're not a stay-at-home parent, if you've never been one, you don't get it. You don't 100% get it. Me and my husband butt heads all the time because I'm like, you don't understand. I know you go to work, but you get to ride in your car to work by yourself. What is that like? I don't get those are the things we all take for granted, right? We don't think about those stuff, but that's what I originally wanted to do, was start a podcast for stay-at-home parents, who can vent to each other, who can just talk about stuff, you know, because nobody else really understands not. So that was where I started. And then I was talking with our friend Shay, and I'm like, okay, she's been through a lot. And I was just like, you know what? Maybe this is like a chance for us to just get on here. And I thought it would be cool to do a Facebook Live / podcast, right? I just felt compelled to just help more, right? Like, so getting on here and doing that has just, I feel like that's going to be really good, not for other people, but it's for in here. So I'm still helping people, but I have found something more that's going to help fulfill that void that I've, felt was missing from becoming a stay-at-home. I mean,
and we all need that support system.
Right.
And for me, like I said, I wanted that connection with others or something for me. So I love that I can help other people and still be home with my kids, because I do love that I can be here for them and that I have the ability to do that. But I also love that I can make my hours what I want them to be.
That's what
Sometimes, I'm a morning person. I love the morning. So I set my alarm in the morning. I get my workout time in the morning. That's what makes me feel happy, gets the endorphins going. And, sometimes I might set it a little earlier so I can have that little time for myself. So if I want to have my quiet time, do my workout, and then, I want to work the business a little bit in the morning because that's a good time for me before they get up, great. Sometimes I might put a little bit, and at the end of the day, when they've gone to sleep, sometimes I'm just dog dead tired. By 8 o'clock when they're tired, my brain is like, I just can't do nothing, and that's okay. So that's the beauty of it. You can make it how you want it or how it works for you.
And I think, you literally work at it. And I think that too, with the team that we're all a part of, the amazing, unbelievable support of that team of it was really interesting. So I recently had a friend of mine join my team, and she was watching some of the training videos, and we got on a one-on-one call, and she's like, okay, I think I've figured out my upline and who's who and blah, blah, blah. And she had it completely wrong, because you can't figure out, but from our team, you would never know who's sponsor or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Because everyone's willing to lend a hand and answer your question. And
that was so blatantly obvious when I first came here. It was the culture, day and night, just like what you said. Everybody helps each other. One of the first people to come on and help was Brittany, because we had a common, business network marketing that we did before. And so there was nothing vested in her to talk to me and help me. By talking to me, it wasn't going to help her any, but it's comes from everybody's heart. It's amazing. So having this community of all of you also is helping me in my stay-at-home mom, homeschooling mom role.
Yes.
God brought all of you in my life at this season of my life, and I'm so, so blessed and thankful.
Absolutely.
Blessed, definitely.
Yeah. It's been I've been in network marketing for literally 15 years. It was 15 years in June was when I joined my first network marketing company. And I truly network marketing, I have met some of the most amazing people. I still to this day have amazing mentors that I would have never met without this type of business model. But there's just something different about this company and this culture and this community. And it's not saying I can't say that any company I've been a part of previously has ever really been bad. I've really had I've been blessed with just really amazing people that I have crossed paths with. But there's just something different.
Yep, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it's really cool. Well,
is there anything else? Is there anything else anyone wants to tell?
He's reaching his point.
He's reaching the point saying, Mom, your time limit has come to an end. It is
Right.
time.
But it's like he like keeps pushing, and then where he ends up buying something, and I'm like, no,
I am shocked that my daughter has not walked in the door. She is my early bird. If she is still sleeping, this is like a once in a life. This never. So either she's still sleeping or she woke up and found something to play with, because she never is like not out here right now.
Oh, so
cute.
So I thought for sure she'd be sitting on my lap with me as we were talking through this. So I just think it's really important that I think, you know, again, something that someone else said to me was like, this is a space where they've never felt pushed or pressured to do something to help someone else reach a goal. Like, everyone's goals are their own.
Right.
And regardless of who you fall under or who's above you, or anyone is going to help you with that goal no matter what. And literally being able to do this whenever it works for you. Like, for me, that's so important, because not only am I focusing on my kids and preparing for homeschooling and will be homeschooling, but I'm still going through my own physical recovery. And there's just days where I've got to be like, I just need to focus on, you know, the kids, or I just need to focus on my arms really bothering me today. I don't have the mental capacity to do much else, you know?
Right.
And that's so important. Like, you've got it. Now, I will say, you have to be self-motivated. No one's going to do it for you. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to help, but no one's going to build your business for you. There's got to be a sense of like self-motivation and drive. But if you've got even the littlest bit of that, and maybe you've never done something like this, or maybe you have and it hasn't worked out, or maybe, you know, whatever, there's a group of people that's going to support you and meet you where you're at, and then give you the skills and the knowledge and the tools to do whatever you want with it, whether it's spare time, part-time, full, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. And I think that's what's super important. I've run a franchise. I have since sold that franchise that I purchased back in 2019. I sold that. So I've run a franchise. I've worked in corporate-ish, you know, healthcare, and I've done network marketing. And above and beyond, doing something like this allows me to be with my kids and do the things I want to do with and for my family so much easier than anything else has ever allowed.
Right. Yep. I can't agree totally with all that, because I didn't have all those. But I can just attest to it working around our family. It's been a blessing, because we've had issues. You guys know we've had issues with our daughter, just behavioral wise. And there's days where I'm so taxed out that I don't even want to look at I don't even want to look at my phone. I don't even want to get on. You know, I just want to lock myself in a room, and I just want to cry, or I want to scream. I have, you know, whichever I feel like doing that day. But it is a beautiful thing that network marketing allows people to be able to work around their life, right? And I know that if people do have, even if you're you have a full-time job, I kind of touched base on it last night. I'll just say this really fast. Like, truly, like, life's so short. If you can find something, again, whether you want to make this part-time just to help pay an extra couple of bills, whatever, or just to get your products free or whatever, or to do it full-time, like, it's a company that is truly good for you, right? Like, these are good products for our bodies. Like, this is just good for us. It's not something that's materialistic, and I'm nothing against people who sell that kind of stuff, but you know what I mean? I'm just trying to get to the root of when you're doing that truly means something, that matters, that's making you feel like it's, you know, here. When a passion meets a career, and that's kind of what I went into last night. Like, that's what this has done for me. Because I'm getting to help people, like, truly help people.
Yep.
And then also, I mean, the money that comes along with it is fantastic, guys. But just in general, like, anybody can do this, you guys. Again, just life's so short. do what makes your heart tick, do what makes you happy, what gives you a drive, what gives you passion. And whether you do it for a little bit, just a tiny little bit throughout your week, or whether you do it full time, whatever it may be, but like dabble in those things, because we aren't promised anything. We're not promised, we're not promised time. So it's like, to me, if you're going to go big, right? Like, I don't know. That's just
I think we all learned that plan B or plan C or D or what is so, and I think that was something that really was hard for me to accept, because I never thought I would be let go. I thought it would be my choice if I wanted to stay home or not. And God had different plans. And so being able to have those alternative options, I think this is something that offers an alternative option that you can literally fit into your life.
Right.
Yeah. That's the blessing.
Yes. No, I agree with that. So, sorry. No. Well,
Irene, do you have anything? Yeah, Irene, do you have anything?
I was listening. I mean, it's exactly what you guys said. It's just a blessing, and it's so nice to have the flexibility that we do, and to help people, and we help people, we help ourselves too. For me, it's just fulfilling in my soul. It's just,
it is,
and I love that. Yep. And I love that I can be here with my kids, because they come first, but I like that I can have something that I have that's mine too.
Yeah. Right. Right. Then go get the iPad. Go bring it. Go get it. Bring it over here. Okay. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for getting on here. It's seriously, like, if anybody wants to hear about anything, please reach out to one of us. Yeah. We just want to share. I mean, okay. Hang on. That's just why we get on here, guys. And I say that all the time, but like, we get on here because we just want to share the amazingness of what this company and everything that it's done for us. And that we just want to show that anybody can do it. Really, anybody can. And there's, and you get to meet amazing people, and you get to be a part of something that you weren't, it's like you weren't expecting it. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like what you said, Liz, like God, and I'm not trying to get all religious, because I know some people, but I truly feel like this was put in my path for a reason, and I'm very grateful and blessed for that. And I just want to share that with people. I truly do. So that's why I get on here, why we all get on here, and post.
And I'm sure Liz would say ditto too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So, okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for hopping on. You guys have a fabulous rest of your day, as well as the rest of you on Facebook. Have any questions, reach out.
Yep.
Thanks. See ya.
Bye, everybody.